Rusky MX back with you again with the 2014 Toyota Corolla. I have 3 of the trim levels here lined up. The silver one is an LE automatic with the CVT. The slate, which is a new color for 2014, is an LE Eco. It does not have the alloy wheel package, but it's still the Eco model. And then the last one on the end is an S Plus package in white, also with the CVT. And I'm going to go over some of the difference between all 3 models. But in the meantime, just check them out from a distance. And you can see the LED headlights. I let this one on purpose. That you can see LED headlights is standard across all trim levels, whether it's the L, the LE, the LE Plus or Premium, or S Plus or Premium. They all have it, which I think is a nice touch. Alright, first I'll talk about the L. The L is not going to be a very high volume trim level. The L is going to come standard with the 1.8 liter, 132 horsepower version with the available 6-speed manual or CVT as an option. Alright, back to the L. Sorry about that. I had another sales guy come over and ask me a couple questions. The L is also going to come standard with power windows, power locks, power mirrors, tilt and telescoping steering wheel. No cruise control, because of the LE will add that. And it does have what's called, they refer to as a tech audio, which is going to give you auxiliary jack, USB port, and Bluetooth standard. Then the LE is going to give you display audio with Intune, and it gives you the backup camera as well as integrated into that screen, which I'll show you later on in this video, which actually all 3 models here have that feature. The outside mirrors are also heated instead of just power, so you also get the heated outside mirrors as well. And the LE Eco, which is the slate one in the middle, that gets the Valvematic 1.8 liter with 140 horsepower in a CVT, and it gets the higher fuel economy ratings. And then the silver one on the end here and the white S model are the 132 horsepower versions. And there goes a customer ready for a test drive in the white S. Alrighty. The LE is also going to give you keyless entry, and which the keyless remote is actually sitting in the ignition of this one. That's right, because this one is running. Automatic climate control and cruise control are some of the additions that the LE has. This particular one has the, I believe this is the ash interior. I tried to get a couple different interior colors. We don't have all of them yet, because there is a total of 7 different interior colors. The L will all have the stone gray or steel gray, I think it's called. Then you have, this is the ash. Then you have amber, and there's a tan color as well. And then there's, in the S models, you have a black with the blue highlights and the amber highlights and just the all black. But here's the interior shot of some of the differences. Like, I mean, pretty much everything in the interior is completely changed. The whole dash layout is different. There you have the display audio screen. To the back. I mean, look at the whole car is completely redesigned, and you look at the front of this one, and then later in the video when you see the front end of the S, you'll notice the piano black accents on the outside of the S model, which this one does not have, which I'll walk over to the S, and you can see the difference. See, the LE Eco does not have it. Over here, you're going to get to the S. You get the nice, bright black, shiny, piano black grille surrounds, and also fog light surrounds. And also in the grille. Alright, the next package up from this LE that's here in the silver is the LE Plus, which is going to give you 16-inch alloy wheels and fog lights. And then the step above that is the LE Premium, which is going to give you the soft text leather heated front seats and the 8-way power driver's seat. As you can see, there's a couple more Corollas in the front line there. Just shot from the back. And you also notice how this LE model here does not have a spoiler. The LE Eco does have a spoiler, even though this is more of a base Eco. It does not have the alloy wheel package. And then the S model has a spoiler as well. You can see the Fuel economy estimates on the Eco are 30 and 42 for a combined of 35. And we got the fuel economy estimates of 29 and 38 with the combined of 32. The only really options in this one is, as you can see, is the carpet floor mats, preferred owner's portfolio, which is like the leather case for your books, rear bumper protector, and cargo net. And MSRP of $19,463. That black piece there, that is what they refer to as a rear bumper protector, which, like when you unload and unload cargo, it'll keep the bumper from getting scratched. As you can, this one has it as well, but it's a little bit harder to see. There's the Eco badging. And then again, just like every other new Toyota, it comes with the Star safety system, which includes anti-lock brakes, traction control, stability control, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, and smart stop technology. All those are safety related features, which I go through a little more in depth in the like the RAV video, for example, and the Avalon, and not so much in the Tundra. Tundra was just a brief glimpse over of them. Toyota's recent design, they're big on these vortex generators, which you see there's one here right behind the mirror, and there's two more on each of the taillights on the side. You see in there, and over to the next side. Your power window switches and door locks and the window lock are all in familiar places if you're accustomed to driving Toyota vehicles. Power mirror switches got moved up to the dash. I believe on the previous Corolla they're over there in your dash dimmer. Lights, wipers, all that stuff is in the same location as pretty much every other Toyota model. And the steering wheel, you got your audio controls, and on the right side you get your Bluetooth controls. And then your display will cycle through outside temperature, average miles per gallon, average speed, your regular odometer, trip A, your trip meters, instantaneous miles per gallon, and average, and the total miles in the car. Dash lights up in blue now instead, and oh, there it is with them off. Let's get the sticker off of here. There's with the dash lights off, and there's with the headlights on. And the dash lights illuminate. The clock has been moved up here, and as you can see, I mean, the interior is completely different than what the outgoing model was. You have the piano black accents around the radio as well. The audio system is very similar to what you see in the 2014 Tundra. I still really haven't messed around with them a whole lot, but it'll be very similar to what the rest of them are like. Below it you have your your automatic climate control, where you basically put an auto, select the numerical temperature, and it's going to control the fan speed until it reaches that temperature. I just have the fan down on as low, just keep it cool in here, because it is 80-some degrees yet. But I just want to turn the fan speed down manually. And in front of your gear shifter there, you have your USB and auxiliary jack. And shifter, they all have this CVT now, except for the L models. So you have their park, reverse, neutral, drive, S mode. They did make different, I think it's 7 different shift points that are noticeable in the transmission. I really haven't got a chance to mess around with it a whole lot. And in the B mode, that is just going to increase the amount of engine braking. So instead of riding the brakes down a long gradual hill, you can put it in B and it'll help slow the car down. Similar to what like the hybrid models have as well. But the hybrid model is just of like Priuses, not hybrid Corollas, because there is no hybrid Corolla. But like Priuses and Prius V and Camry hybrids, the B mode will just increase the amount of regenerative braking, which will help slow the car down. And Corolla, this is just going to increase the amount of engine braking and help slow the car. Your traction control and stability control buttons right here. Push it once, turns traction control off, and push and hold it for 5 seconds. Should turn everything off. There the light goes. And just push it one more time, turns all the systems back on. Traction control is just going to help you when you're first starting out. If you're on a slippery surface, it'll brake the wheel that's spinning to transfer power to the wheel with the most grip. And stability control is designed to keep the vehicle on its intended path, whether you're going straight, left-hand turn, right-hand turn. It'll use the anti-lock brake system and also reduce engine power, just to keep the car under control. Not a substitute for safe driving. That's the disclaimer they like to use. All right. Glove box is still a decent size for a smaller car. Actually, hey, I think that's probably bigger than the Tundras that I did in my last video. You got your bottle holders in the door, and you got your cup holders in the center. Center console has 2 sections to it. You have the deeper section in the bottom, which is you use this lever to open the deeper section, and then this lever As you can see, it falls down. Here's your tray portion. And put this in our armrest
Trunk
down.
and fuel release doors are same location they've pretty much been for years. Gas cap release lever and your trunk lever. So I'm gonna put the trunk and then we'll block.
There's a car with the trunk open. As you can see, still big trunk for a smaller car. And it still has a 60-40 split folding rear seats, which actually I forgot to show you, but if you look, it's hard to see with the glare. I might have to go inside to show you, but you can see the knobs next to the headrest there and there. And you pull those up to pop the trunk. But yeah, got a good bit of space for a small car. And they still give you a spare tire, unlike the Hyundai Elantra and the Chevy Cruze and some other different models. They're deleting the spare tire in some of these smaller cars, but Toyota still gives you a spare, albeit a temporary spare, but hey, it's better than nothing. Next one up is the LE Eco. This is the base LE Eco. So it has the 15-inch wheels instead of the 16-inch steel wheels with the hubcaps, and the rear deck spoiler, which I mentioned earlier. Pretty much the only two options, you have an Eco Plus, which gives you the 16-inch alloy wheels and the fog lights, and they have an Eco Drive mode as well, which I'm sure works like the Eco and like in the RAV and some of the other vehicles, where it just reduces the efficiency of the air conditioner and then reduces the throttle response. That's the word I was trying to think of. And so it's going to feel like it has a little bit less power, and it'll get you better gas mileage though. And then they also have a Eco Premium package, which gives you the soft text leather and heated seats with 8-way power driver seat, which is, I believe, might be a first in a Corolla. The LE is also available with that package, but I believe the power seat is the first time it's available in a Corolla. Inside the LE Eco, as you can see, there's pretty much, it's identical. There's not really much different inside here at all. But I figured just give you a quick video of it just so you can see for yourselves that there's not really any difference. Remotes are going to be very similar to what the 13 Camrys were. So you get the key and the remote and everything built into one. Don't lose them. They're probably about $300 or so to replace if you do. And like I mentioned earlier, the biggest difference with the LE Eco is has the 1.8 liter with the Valvematic technology, which is Toyota's latest technology to enhance fuel economy. And a byproduct of it as well is enhancing performance as well. So that they actually get 140 horsepower out of this engine instead of the 132, the regular LE, which is in this guy. Which actually, let me pop the hood. Alright, here's under the hood of the LE Corolla, and nothing real special under here. It's 1.8 liter, dual variable valve timing. Like Toyota's been using that technology in all their engines now. Dual variable valve timing is going to vary the valve timing of the intake and the exhaust valves to get you the best fuel economy and best performance at all times, no matter what the conditions are like. And then when you we get to the Eco, it'll see something different. Hood of the Eco, as you can see, pretty much everything else looks the same, except for when we get back to the valve cover or the plastic engine cover. Here you have Valvematic instead of the dual VVTi. Didn't read a whole lot about it yet, so I don't fully understand. I shouldn't say I don't understand, but I don't know all the details of it. So I just do know it's their latest technology and what it does. This last one here, this is the S model. This is an S Plus, I believe, is what the package is on this one. And some of the differences with the S, you can see right away, the 17-inch alloy wheels, 17-inch alloy wheels, I believe it is. Fog lights with the piano black highlights, which I talked about earlier. You have the heated outside power mirrors along with LED turn signal indicators on the outside. You have the rear deck spoiler, just like the LE Eco does. And there's some differences on the inside as well. This particular one's got the black with the blue interior. They call it mixed media. So you can see black with the center, blue in the center, I should say. And also along the door trim here, you got the blue accent strip going along the whole way. You'll see that red light blinking is the engine immobilizer system. Steering wheel is leather wrapped in this one as well, instead of being the hard plastic. And if you notice the red lights in the background of the display there, the gauge cluster, this has what's they call a TFT display. They just let you know, like doors are open, trunks open, that type of stuff. Open up the back door. As far as size-wise and everything, they're all the same.
but I figured just give you an idea what this interior looks like as well. I'm going to start up the Corolla. S model, you get this TFT display. Welcomes you. I've got to turn the climate control down a little bit, fan speed anyway. There's a little bit nicer display than what the LE and the LE Eco does. You can cycle through different cruising range and average speed, lapse time, go back into your settings, average miles per gallon, instantaneous miles per gallon, back to cruising range. Yeah, outside temperature 89 degrees. I think that might be a little high yet, but it's definitely hot and humid though. Since this has fog lights, you have this collar switch right here. You turn the fog lights on and off. The S also gives you paddle shifters. And like I mentioned before, there's 7, I'm almost positive it's 7 pre-designed or predetermined shift points or programmed shift points that are in the transmission. And because this is a CVT, so there's not like a normal automatic that has you like first, second, third, fourth, fifth, etc. Next to your traction control and stability control button, you also have a sport mode button. And you push that, you get the little sport light on the dash, and it is probably going to increase throttle response and maybe change some of the shift points in the transmission to give it a little bit more sportier feel. As far as power output and everything, this is still the 132 horsepower version in this car. I think maybe eventually, in a couple of years, they may do the 140 horse version in all models. Not sure about that yet, but I guess only time will tell and we'll find out. But I'm going to put the car in reverse so you can see with the backup camera. Ooh. Can't see squat because the sun's back there. Let me move this. Facing it the opposite direction. You get a nice FJ in the background. There we go. Now we can kind of see it. There's a little grid there too to let you know. And I believe once you get in that red line, which I'll back up to that FJ. Try to get the red line real close. That's about as close as I want to get since it's not my car. And let's go out and see how close we are. 6-8 inches. My fist. Close enough. I'm not sure how it is at most dealerships, but I know the S model is one of our best sellers as far as trim level goes within the Corolla. And overall, I think Toyota did a pretty good job. I'm still curious why they kept the 4-speed automatic in the base model. I guess just to keep the price down, because 6-speed automatics are not cheap to make. I think that's part of the reason they went to a CVT, because I guess they're, with the technology they have with the Prius and stuff, they have some experience with them already, and they were able to help keep the cost down and also increase fuel efficiency. I forgot to mention they all have daytime LED daytime running lights as well. So that's the daytime LED daytime running lights on now. And so I'm gonna go turn the headlights on. There's the LED headlights. And since this is the S Plus, this does have the 17-inch wheels and the rear disc brakes, which actually I forgot to mention before. It has discs in the front, which you can kind of see the calipers there, and then you have the disc in the back as well. Without the S Plus, you still get the drum rear brakes, which a lot of people have been asking for disc brakes all the way around in pretty much every car built. It is 2014 model year. The next package up is the S Premium. The S Premium is going to get you the soft text trimmed heated seats and also the 8-way power driver seat, just like the Eco and the regular LE models. And then the next package up is called the S Plus, or Premium Plus, I believe it's called. And that gives you the smart key system with the push button start, the power moonroof, power tilt slide moonroof, display audio with Entune and navigation, and I believe satellite radio. Yeah, satellite radio and HD radio are built into that as well. As a top package, I do believe we have a sold one here somewhere around back in black. I believe it's right around 24 or so MSRP. So, and actually MSRP here on the S Plus,
$20,735. The only really options: owner's portfolio and floor mats. I forgot to show you the window sticker, the LE Eco. And options are the floor mats and owner's portfolio, rear bumper protector, and cargo net. And MSRP of $19,863 compared to the LE regular was $19,400 something, I believe. $19,463. So it's like a $400 price difference.